Hey guys, so welcome back. I thought that I would do a video just quickly on a couple of things that I do to save money while I'm going to school. School is so expensive and not everybody has the means to work while they're going to school. Even if you are able to work throughout school, you still want to save money where you can to try to make up for some of that extra cost of paying for school, books, anything extra. So I thought I would just bring up a couple of things that I do to try to save money and one or two little things that can be done to even maybe make a little bit of money back. First thing that everybody really should do in general, not even if you're just in school, is budget. So make a list, go into your online bank if you happen to use it. If you don't, look through your statement and see how much money you have coming in every month and how much money you have going out. Because obviously you don't want to have more going out than in. That's the end goal, right? Tally up everything that you spend in the month and take a look and see what those items are. You know, take out your essentials like groceries, bills, or even look at your credit card bill and see what you're buying a lot of and see if there are any things that you can remove. So if you notice that you're spending a lot of money eating out every week, maybe see if you can cut down the amount of times you're eating out every week, or if you see you're spending a lot of extra money shopping, something of that sort, see where you can cut your money from. And when you make a list and actually look at where your money is going, as much as all of us hate to do that, it really lets you see where the majority of your money is going that is not bill related. So second tip is make a list for your groceries. I know it sounds kind of common sense, but don't just make a list, but take a look at whatever your local grocery store is, shop around, look at all of the various ads, see who has what on sale, and try to make your list based off of what's on sale that week. Either by buying items in bulk that you can freeze and use later, such as meats, frozen vegetables, whatever you want to do, or try to base your meals off of whatever is on sale or that you can find coupons or discounts for. That's going to make a huge difference. Which brings me to my next point. When we go to school, especially if you're somebody that has to be at school all day long, you know you're going to have to eat eventually. So what I definitely recommend doing in general is meal prepping. When you're doing your grocery shopping, buy things that you can make in bulk and bring food with you to school. Bring snacks, and that's going to do a couple of things for you. It's going to help you stay healthier so that you're not eating out constantly, as well as you're going to save money because you're not going to be buying things from the cafeteria or a restaurant that's by your school all the time, which we all know that's going to add up. You can buy a pound of chicken, rice, vegetables, beans, whatever you want, and you can make your own personal meal out of what you bought from the grocery store for a couple of dollars. Whereas if you go out to eat and buy that same exact thing, you're gonna spend, you know, $6 to $12 depending on where you're going, and you may not even get as much food, as well as probably not going to be as healthy for you either. So not only are you saving money, but you're also doing something that's a little bit healthier. And when you meal prep and bring snacks with you to school, it's gonna, I know it sounds like extra work, but you're actually gonna save more time in the long run. Because when you do that meal prep, you can just grab something quickly out of your fridge that you did that morning or the night before, or however you wanna do it, as well as grabbing, you know, protein bars or whatever types of snacks, nuts, anything like that, and be on your way and go, rather than having to go to the store, look around, try to figure out what you want, spend 5 or 10 minutes there, then go buy it, have it be more expensive, so you're saving money and time. Now the next one, this is a big one, especially for us college students. We live off of coffee. At least I do, I don't know. So a huge thing is make your coffee at home. And you can even find ways to make your fancy coffee, whatever you want to do. You know, if you have a blender, you can make your own frappuccinos at home, or add different things like cinnamon, vanilla, whatever you like, creamers, anything into it. I'm not saying I never buy coffee. I'll buy a coffee occasionally if I've run out of coffee at home, or if I'm out and about with friends and want to have a coffee, that's perfectly fine. But let's break it down. So my favorite coffee shop, a medium coffee, is about $3.45. So let's say I got coffee 5 times a week. Every day I went to that coffee shop in the morning and got my medium coffee. Well, $3.45 for coffee, 5 days a week, In 6 months, if you buy coffee 5 days a week, or let's say you buy coffee, 2 to 3 days a week, this would be a year span for you, approximately. So if you bought coffee 5 days a week for 6 months, that's $448 in 6 months. That's at least 2 textbooks. So that's a huge thing. Make your coffee at home. If you don't want just black coffee, go and, grab cinnamon, or cinnamon might be weird, but I like cinnamon in my coffee, don't judge. So, cinnamon, vanilla, creamers, flavored creamers, get your stevia, your sugar, whatever you like in your coffee. And even if you buy all the little odds and ends, just a couple of them, you're still gonna end up paying less in the long run to make your own coffee at home than that $448 in 6 months to a year that you're spending buying coffee every day or every few days. So next thing is, even though we're trying to save money, obviously we still want to be able to go out and do things. And something that's huge that a lot of people don't realize, student discounts. Why does nobody use these? Especially here in Las Vegas, there's so many places that offer student discounts. If you do want to go out and see a show on the Strip like Cirque du Soleil, or I don't know, comedy show or something, or even the various museums, a lot of them offer student discounts. So if it's something you're already going to go do anyways, use your student ID, go get that discount. And something else, if you need to buy something, check out your local retailers. Some of your local retailers will even offer student discounts. I think it wasn't even that long ago that I saw a student discount for an electronics store. It wasn't really a discount, but if you had a student ID and you bought a laptop, you got like a free pair of Beats headphones. So I mean, if you already have to spend a couple $100 because you're getting a laptop, look for deals and see if you can get something extra out of it that maybe you wouldn't have gotten before, or even some places will offer just a standard percentage off discount. So look for these things, especially if you have to spend that money anyways. And then this next one is very common for all of us students, buying and selling textbooks. So we all know that textbooks are very expensive. Sometimes they're hundreds of dollars, especially in the respiratory therapy programs. I have a textbook right now that's over $200. So when you're buying your books, make sure you shop around. You can definitely buy them from your school if that's easier for you, but if you have the option, check out Amazon, check out Barnes & Noble sometimes has used books for sales. If you have that option, get a used book or rent a book if you don't write in your books a lot. I can't do that because I kind of scribble all over my books and highlight, and they look like a rainbow by the time I'm done with them. But if that's not your tendency and you can rent a book, or if it's a class that you don't think you'll use the book later after you graduate or in later courses, definitely just rent it, resell the book. A lot of times your school will rebuy your books, but probably at a very minimal price. They're not going to give you much back for that book. So check out the various websites, even Barnes & Noble's. I used a website called BookBite one time. I'm not sure if they're still around, but I haven't used them in a while. So do your research, check out the various vendors that buy books back from students and make some extra cash. But the final thing, this is more of making money, I guess, in a sense. If you are getting rid of old clothing that you no longer use, check out various websites that will let you sell clothing. There are even some stores out here where they sell used clothing, generally brand name clothing, or clothing that's in better shape, and they'll actually buy clothing from people. Or if you need a couple of extra bucks, clean out your closet and see if you can sell any of that, because it's just sitting around, you're not using it anyway. So why not make a little bit of extra money? Those are just a couple of money saving tips I do as a student. If you guys have questions or would like to see more videos like this in the future, definitely let me know down below. I'd be more than happy to show you guys any of the meal prepping stuff I do, just for ideas if you're not sure what types of things would be easy to take to class or for snacks in between. Let me know and we'll get it figured out. Alright guys, well thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time. Because as we all know, school's not expensive. No, or school's not expensive. Oh my god, was that ever an error if I heard one? In 6 months, who is texting me? Okay guys, well, why do I always do this? What is this?